I conveyed the deep concerns of the United States regarding Beijing's increasingly provocative rhetoric.
Rule-based international order, a term that we have heard constantly in interviews with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken over the past year. The reason the U.S. is raising this more often now, Blinken said, is because the U.S. sees it as being challenged, whether it's by Russia's aggression in Ukraine or how China's increasing aggression in this region and repressive at home. Not too long ago, Blinken said that China is the only country in the world to have the means economically, military, and in terms of influence to challenge this order. He told Thai PBS World that it is still the case. Why do you think they have to do that?
Well, I suppose you should ask them, but yes, that remains the case. And I think China actually wants an international order, but with a difference. Whereas the order that we've been trying to defend and uphold is basically liberal in its values, China may seek a more illiberal order that reflects maybe a different set of values. And the question is, what kind of world do people want to live in?
Blinken admits that for the U.S. and many countries around the world, the relationship with China is one of the most consequential and complex. Though there are things over which the two countries disagree, the U.S. still hopes that they can still find ways to cooperate.
I think there are many potential areas of cooperation with China because as two leading countries in the world, we have a responsibility where we can, where our interests overlap, where they coincide, to find ways to cooperate on things like climate change, on global health, on counter-narcotics, on dealing with the food crisis that the world faces. So our hope would be that even as we are in a competition with China, and even as we have profound differences, we can also find ways to cooperate. Nice to see you.
Thailand has seen high-profile visits from both the U.S. and China in recent weeks. It goes without saying that each is trying to forge closer ties with countries in this region. Thailand has long been known for not choosing a side in geopolitics. However, as a friend, there might be situations that will force Thailand to lean toward one or the other. Blinken said that the U.S. just wants to make sure that the countries know they have a choice.
We're not asking anyone to choose. We simply want to make sure that we're offering a choice, that they have a choice. And we have a very affirmative, positive vision for what the future can be. We want to make sure that as we're moving forward, we're all engaged in a race to the top, not a race to the bottom. We want to make sure that as we go forward, the rights of workers are protected, the environment is protected, that the rights of people to speak their minds is protected, that we think about what we can do together, because not a single one of the challenges that we face, all of our countries, whether it's Thailand, whether it's the United States, the really big challenges, like climate change, like global health, like the impact that all these new technologies are having on our lives, no one country can effectively address them alone. The United States believes strongly that we need to be acting in partnership, and Thailand is a very close partner.
Thailand seems to be beginning to lean a bit more toward one of the two powerhouses lately. Political analysts warn such actions could land the country in a very difficult situation, given how the U.S. politics might change after the midterm election and China's political landscape seems to be more stable. Tulip Nak Somphop Lao, reporting for Thai PBS World.